Good morning. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh my gosh. It is the first Monday in March, which means that we are now 1/6 of the way through the year. We there are 10 months left until the end of the year. And so I just wanted to make this a reminder that remember those goals, those dreams, those things that you said you were going to do on January 1st. Time is ticking. So I hope you have a plan. I hope you're working towards them. I hope that you've not been discouraged from going after them because you still have time until the end of the year, but you also don't have time because I want to share this quote, which I'm going to do a live about this soon, but it's a wonderful quote that I heard from a guy whose name is Kyle Cease. And he said that we live as though time is infinite and that money is finite. And yet it's actually the other way around, where time is finite. No matter how long it is that you're on this planet, time is finite. And money, if you believe in abundance, if you believe in God, if you believe in whatever your belief system is, I'm sure it tells you that the universe, God, Allah, Buddha is abundant. So just wanted to put that out there as a thought and say that we're now in March. First Monday in March. How are you all? I hope you had a fantastic week last week. And I hope you all managed to catch my part 1 of the interview with the amazing Lisa Nichols. I don't even have words for that interview because she's truly so phenomenal. And part 2 just published today. And it was actually one of those interviews where I have to be honest that I rarely ever listen to my own interviews. I hate listening to myself. I rarely ever, but this is one where I literally was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till Monday so I can listen to what Lisa said. So yes, I hope you've listened to both part 1 and part 2. And I wanted to remind you as well that you can actually find all our interviews, all our previous interviews were on YouTube as at Ndini Media. So you can find us as Ndini Media on YouTube. We also, of course, are on all the social platforms. I have not been drinking. It is still early on a Monday, but all the social platforms. So on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn as at Ndini Media. So subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the incredible interviews that we have with these truly phenomenal women. Like every woman I've ever interviewed is phenomenal, has a phenomenal story. So I just wanted to point that out there. And I wanted to say as well, share something funny. So last week, I had a gentleman who wrote to me and said, he DM'd me and said, I want to congratulate you for doing your lives without makeup. And I wasn't sure how to respond. Thank you? Just being me? Or that requires congratulations for you to just show up as you. But anyway, thank you to the gentleman who congratulated me. Yes, I have no makeup on. And he obviously does not watch often because otherwise he would know that this is the regular and it's actually the exception to the norm when I show up with makeup. But what I really wanted to say really quick as you start this week and as we start this new month as well is the fact that there were so many things that Lisa talked about, so many things, so many gems that she dropped. One that resonated with me from part 2 of my interview with Lisa was something she said about our calling, that each of us has gifts. Each of us has a calling. Each of us has a purpose. But she said what happens so often is that for many of us, we look at what is our gift, what is our calling, what is that thing that we're here to do. And it's not convenient. And she says this thing where she says that your conviction and your convenience do not live on the same block. And in this week's episode, she talked about how I asked her, you know, at the end of her life, what would she be proud of? And she said that for her, she would be proud of the fact that she was, and these were her words, obedient to her calling, obedient to her gift. So she did the work. She did what she was told to do based on the gifts that have been given to her, based on what she feels is her purpose. And then that, being obedient to her call, being obedient to her calling, has not always been convenient, has not always been easy, has not always been something that she wanted to do. And she said that's what sets her apart from so many other people, is that we hear the call. We know what our gifts are, but sometimes it's not convenient for us to step into that. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it means we'll lose family. We'll lose friends. It means that we'll lose money. It means we'll lose sleep. It means whatever it means in your world. And so we never quite realize our purpose. We never realize our potential. We never step fully into our gifts because it's not convenient. And so I want to say to you this week, what is that calling on your life? What is your purpose? What is that thing that makes you light up, but that you're not stepping into because it's not convenient for you? So thank you. Again, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you watch both episode 1 and 2 that I interviewed the amazing Lisa Nichols. For those of you who are in Toronto, who are close to Toronto, who know people in Toronto, a reminder that Woman on Fire Summit is happening on April the 5th. Just outside Toronto, and Lisa Nichols is our keynote speaker, and yeah, I know she's ready to bring the fire. So that's April 5th in Toronto. And to get more information about that, head over to the website. That's womanonfiresummit.com. And it's also on social media is at Woman on Fire Summit. So I look forward to seeing some of you there, and look forward to sharing some of what happens on that day. But want to wish you an amazing first Monday in March. Make it an amazing day. Have a good one, everybody.